Soul-stealing magi.
Flesh-eating creeps.
Yeah, it's just another day at the office for the madhouse. My werewolf partner and I attempt to keep the peace without being torn to pieces. Weep at the wonder
Howl at the horror.
and keep the light on. It's gonna get dark. This is the 100 Handed.
Lost souls.
Episode 17. No strings attached.
There's no rush. Just take it slow.
I am.
Recall the tattoo you wield.
Is that really necessary? I know what it is.
There's a disconnect between your mind and your body. We have to start from basics.
Flicker flame. A tattoo on the fingers and thumb that allows the Imagimancer to snap and spark a flame.
Good. I know that you know all this, but it's good to put it into words. Repetition is key. Now, breathe in. Don't go all the way into center of soul. Just touch the border of it. Dance along the line between the waking world and your inner mind.
Okay.
Close your eyes.
Okay.
Now draw on the power of the tattoo. Don't expend it just yet. Just collect the power.
I'm losing it.
Don't think about it. Just focus. You're used to doing this in one quick sequence, but we have to build back from basics. Think about walking. If you walk fast, no problem. But if you take deliberately slow steps, you start to wobble. Yes, now release!
Flickers of flame. I call you by name. Ignis! I think I've got it. Ah! Oh shit!
Well, that could have gone better.
Yeah. Just like last time. I really can't do it, can I?
Hey. I didn't mean it like that. Take it easy.
Don't touch me.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I really am. I thought I had it. For a moment, I really thought I had it.
You did great.
Doesn't look that way to me.
Hey, listen to me. I'm not bullshitting you or trying to soften you up. I'm serious. Nobody in the madhouse has gone through what you have. Nobody. I feel you deserve to give yourself some credit for that.
But I'm useless.
Useless? You're talking to the woman whose skin is so ravaged that she can only use the Little League tattoos that Solomon's been cooking up. Look, Lily, I know you might have expected more.
That's putting it lightly.
But there's more to what we do than slinging spells. Look at what Hope and Joy do.
They still take tats with them when they do cleanup.
Sure, but most of it is manual labor. And the headmaster doesn't.
He's just a glorified principal.
A principal that's been teaching Inklings how to keep their hides intact for the past 25 years.
You hear that?
Oh shit, fucking nice.
I wanted that. Back before I ever even knew it existed, I wanted it. Kick the forces of evil in the teeth. All that shit we thought was important in 80s action movies. And I got it. After the madhouse took me in, it was a dream come true.
Not many would see it like that.
Not many are like me. You know my record.
Hand me that broom.
What?
The broom.
Oh no. I made the mess. Let me get it. Anyway, when I got paired with Michael, we took on some of the most dangerous cases.
I've heard.
And now it's like going from quarterback of the Cowboys to third string on a high school football team.
I wouldn't be too proud of the Cowboys.
Are you even really from Texas? Anyway, you know what I mean.
I do.
I'm going to get better.
Drafted Thomas. Lily, please, you have to see reason. We tried. We really tried. But it might be time for you to think about other opportunities at the Madhouse.
Maybe you're right.
Just take it easy, okay? Seeing as how you're technically not on assignment following Michael's death, you've got all the time you need to take a breather. Don't be so eager to rush back into the meat grinder.
Okay. Thanks, Engraved.
Of course. Looks like Solomon's homunculus got out again. I'd better go help.
Aren't the Inklings better suited for that task?
Well, I still haven't heard back from Wexler and V, so I need to burn some time anyway. I'll leave you to your cleaning.
Okay. Engraved?
Yes.
Thanks again for being there for me, even if it didn't go the way I wanted it to.
My pleasure. And get some rest, Drafted.
I can't believe this. I can't even use Imagimancy anymore. Oh! Is this really how it ends for me? Behind some desk on some cleaning detail for the rest of my life? It's not like I can retire. God knows how many enemies I've made over the years. No. Fuck that. I will bend Imagimancy to my mind. Whatever it takes. Right after I clean this up.
That's your power? Pretending to be a doll?
Among other things. As you've no doubt seen. Please, sit.
I'll stand.
That wasn't a request.
Ah!
The great thing about these puppets is that they work as an extension of myself.
What the hell?
You won't be able to overpower the strings. I've yet to meet anyone who could.
How are you doing this? It's just string.
That's the best part. I'm not. It's all you, my dear. You opened up to me, showed me all that violence in your heart. It's getting worse, isn't it?
Fuck you.
That was a rhetorical question. Your heart is an open book to me. All that anger, all that rage. It's intoxicating. I can still feel the afterglow of you smashing the doll, so coiled, so tense.
You don't know me.
No, I suppose I don't, but why don't we find out together? That's the thing. Once I'm in, I'm in. The fools here, hooked into my machines, they've hooked into me. But more importantly, I've hooked into them.
Wexler, he's making me move.
Just fight it, V!
There's no fighting it. That's not what I'm doing.
Yeah? And what's that?
I'm playing music. Here, let's see if this string strikes a chord.
Wexler, watch out! I can't stop!
V!
Oh, I put a little too much sizzle into that one. How about a combo?
Ow! Wexler, you could have pulled that hit a little.
I thought it would snap you out of it!
Oopsie. We can use that. Tap a little bit into the pain. me down. Break my back. Come on.
I'm so sorry.
Come on. What a mess.
You didn't shoot me?
I've made harder shots.
You got him right in the head.
I'm lucky. He was so focused on controlling it that he didn't use the strings he hooked into me.
This place will be needing new management. Wexler?
This isn't my gun.
Huh?
This isn't the 5-shooter. Someone must have swapped out my gun when I wasn't looking. What the? Son of a bitch. Vinkila must have used his puppet strings to swap it out. Clever bastard.
Shit. So that means...
That's right.
What was all that for? The whole rigmarole fake out? Planting a fake gun?
To be honest, I wanted to see if he'd shoot you. But you are a man of resolve, I see. And you, Wolf Sister. I got a delicious taste of that dark river that rages through you.
Enough with the games, the tests! What do you want from us?
I'm getting there. You humans, always so eager to do things right. This instant. It's exhausting. It's also what enables this.
Vinkila walked over to what looked like a stage curtain, black and gray, and began pulling on a winch. The curtains parted, the neon of the club spilling through and coating the dangling puppets in a green glow that made them look more like murder victims than marionettes. Below, we saw the patrons of low spirits as Vinkila saw them, tormented souls inflicting their own pain onto the nightmares of the flock.
Pathetic, isn't it?
Then why enable it?
Because so long as there are beings willing to go to desperate lengths to tickle their itches, there will also be someone holding the strings. It may as well be me. I've even been thinking about expanding, getting into the dream game, but it's a little hard with the Glimmer's connection to this world being in the pitiful shape that it is.
This is sad.
This is my world. Without it, the menagerie can't keep its creeps on a leash. Violence between the creeps and the magi and the imagimancers goes up. People start getting jittery and thinking that maybe breaking the pact isn't such a bad idea after all. There's always been creeps with nigh uncontrollable urges, and there's always been people like me to rein them in. You think your little heroics make a difference?
You seem to. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yes, about that. Someone has been attacking my business, capturing creeps off the street of the dim and beyond. You two have no idea who I am, what I represent. The madhouse, caw, crows. So much about keeping the peace, maintaining order. Look out there. Don't make me make you. I am a visionary.
And does the menagerie condone your actions?
What do you know of the menagerie? Old minds with old attitudes. Compos mentis, bah! The keepers of the menagerie think that a little bit of discipline will get us to rise above our condition. Absurd. Simply absurd. This.
Vinkila pointed out to the club below, to the horde of creeps hypnotized by his machines.
This is what works.
You don't have much faith in your fellow monster.
I have faith that we are exactly that. Monsters. The keepers of the menagerie say they want us to rise above the pull the gloom has on us. But all I see is ineffectual outreach. Beings like us, Wolf Sister. We want blood, sex, flesh, anything and everything and more and more and more. If the Keepers were so optimistic about the menagerie, they wouldn't have fucking named it the Menagerie. If it weren't for entrepreneurs such as myself, the streets would run red on your side of reality.
Don't give yourself too much credit. You know the rules. Any creep that doesn't tends to get turned into paste before long.
Yes, don't hurt the kitties or the grannies, no running amok among the flock. And it's that last bit that I help with, Imagimancer, and it's because I help with that last bit that the first two bits don't happen more often.
From what I've seen so far in my tenure with the Madhouse, you're doing a real bang-up job.
Your tenure? As if that means anything? You have no idea how long I've done this.
All out of the kindness of your heart, no doubt.
Spare me the Sunday school sermon. I don't care much for church, and it's not just because I'd erupt into flames if I stepped foot in one. I kid, of course. My little strings find their way into the most interesting puppets. I'm sure you know that even so-called holy men have their vices.
Then use them and leave us out of it.
Launch a war against the Magi. It wouldn't violate the pact, but I'm not stupid either. And neither are you. Do you really want a bunch of creeps hopped up on fresh conflict roaming the streets in the gross material plane? I didn't think so. So here's the deal. You two will find the Magi who has been spiriting away the customers of low spirits and put a stop to it.
And what's in it for us?
Now you're speaking my language. Don't think I've forgotten about how a deal works, young Wolf Sister. I know a puppet when I see one, and I think you'll enjoy this job without any promise of reward at all.
Then you don't know me in the fucking slightest.
I don't need to. The strings tell me things. Whisper the secrets of the dreamers and their tormentors. Tug a thread. Strange things seen in Queensbury, Texas. A general uneasiness. Malformed creatures seen from the passenger seat of a speeding sedan. Pained groans heard in the woods near the meat processing plant.
I don't see where you're going with this.
Not where I'm going, but you. I've been here for a long time. I know the arrogant magi that haunt this region. This has the stench of Catherine Gage all over it. So yes, V, I'd like you to ensure the safety of my clientele by stopping your mother.
She's near?
As close as a boil on my ass and far more of a pain.
We need info. More info.
Indeed, and don't think you won't be rewarded. The nightmares, they tell me secrets that the creeps, the flock, the magi would rather die than hear uttered aloud. Here, Wexler.
Oh? What have we here?
Tufts of fur from the werebear. Feed. It seems as though he left a bit of himself in that alleyway during his fight with our favorite werewolf. Now go from here. Do not return until the situation in Queensbury has been resolved satisfactorily.
You want us to kill her?
I want a message sent to the Magi. Things move in this part of the dim when I turn the control bar.
Another petty tyrant.
There is nothing petty about my designs.
This cuts both ways. The 100-handed have circumvented the pact, and we'll make them pay for it. Just keep in mind, we don't mind coming back in a different capacity.
Say what you need to help you sleep at night. Believe me, I understand the need.
You're sick.
And you're beginning to bore me. Take the pouch. I'm sure Solomon can make some use of it.
You know Solomon?
And Ezra and the Gloom Watcher. Gloom Watcher. It's good to see his sense of self-aggrandizement hasn't dulled over the centuries. Doing a good job of watching, by the way, and not much else. I suppose a cripple can only do so much. Take care of the thorn in my side, and I'll tell you whatever I know about the 100-Handed's operation in Austin.
Alright, I'm tired of listening to this shit. Come on, Wexler, let's go.
When I took the pouch from the desk, Vincula's grin grew wide. Too wide. His brown eyes, black in the gloomy office, stared at me as though I were a winning lottery ticket. Or a total sucker.
Oh, you might also need this if you don't want to be driven to insanity by the dim Imagimancer.
A ring. You think I just trust any prop you give me?
Trust me, don't trust me. I don't see how you'll be getting out of here alive without something to ward off the gloom. That's a good boy. Do take care not to lose it. You'll need it to visit in the future.
The ring was unnaturally cold, but if Vincula was telling the truth, it'd keep me alive in the dim now that I didn't have Mason's inner tube or Vincula's strings pulling the gloom out of me. V was staring at Vincula now, as if expecting him to suddenly launch himself over the table at me.
What the? Wexler, you hear that?
Didn't at first. Taking a deep breath, I attempted to drown out the other sensory detail in the office, focusing on my hearing. I caught it then. A faint sound, not quite discernible. V took a step towards Vincula. When she did, he moved. She slid into a fighting stance with the ease of someone who's had to hurt others too many times to count. Vincula scribbled into his open ledger, then slumped forward. He crashed onto the desk, knocking over his glass of wine. It reminded me of the time I'd saw a man collapse in a diner, back before I'd heard of the gloom, back when I still had a family. I was teasing Mary Beth about the absolutely abysmal excuse for mashed potatoes that had come with her meal, when I heard a clatter followed by several gasps. A few tables over, a man in his 50s simply keeled over and dropped on his table, knocking over his glass of wine. Now, before me, Vincula looked much the same, like he were a robot and someone has pulled the plug on his power source. I drew closer to Vincula. Neon light flashed in from the club floor. Filaments, too many to count and almost too thin to see, protruded from Vincula's skin, clothing, fine as spider silk. No, not spider silk. Puppet strings.
Wexler? I think we should go.
The wine had stained the ledger, giving the illusion that the pages were covered in blood. Only one word was written on the ledger, large and underlined. Leave.
The 100-Handed is a Madhouse radio production. Created and written by Tom Trest. Directed by Brooke Pillafont. Sound design by Tom Trest. Theme music by Ian Flores. Original score by Drew Griffith. Featuring the voice of Dana Williams as Vasquez, Deanna Lalich as Lily Thomas, Gage Richter as Evan Wexler, Brooke Pillafont as V, Ryan Bradley as Vincula. Want to help Lily clean up her mess? Find us online at 100handed, that's 100handed.com.